This video is brought to you by Blue Guardian, the only prop firm that protects their traders. Rightio folks, welcome to the week 7 update of the Blue Guardian challenge. We've got 5 traders taking on the challenge, and the weird thing this week is only one trader actually grew their account. You're going to find out who that is by watching this video. Now, let's dive in quickly and have a look at how I got on. I wasn't the trader that grew my account. Let's jump into the Blue Guardian dashboard and check it out. So you can see here, I think the account started off about here for the week, and we did drop down. Well, we actually had a losing day, and then we had a winning day. I thought, okay, here we go. We could be all right. And then we had a couple of losing days to end the week. So we're overall down 3%. What I said last week was if I didn't grow the account, I would then have a look at trading it manually, which I'm going to do. I'm going to trade this account manually for this week and see if I can keep it level at least or grow it. My last manual trading week was a losing week, so let's fingers crossed that this week works out and we can grow this account. Now, just to show you, this bot actually did grow the account to 12% before I turned it on, which was about here for the Blue Guardian challenge. And you can see as soon as I turned it on, it's consistently lost. So this is the actual bot that the Blue Guardian account is copying. So it may turn around. I'm going to let that run, so we might be able to jump in next week and see what this looks like. It may turn around. All right, so that's my update, guys. 3% down. Let's see who made some money. Let's jump into the next trader. Our sponsor, Blue Guardian, is the only prop firm that gives their traders a tool to protect them from hitting their max daily loss and over trading. It's super simple to use. Just set the Guardian Protector each day from your dashboard. Did you also know that they've just released an unlimited time evaluation with a 0 trading days requirement, giving you plenty of time to hit their low 8 and 4% targets, making it super fast to get funded. Plus, it's cheaper than the 40-day time limit evaluation. Check out the link and coupon in the description to get 10% off your next Blue Guardian evaluation. Right, Gentsla, we got you back in here. End of another week. How did your trading week go?
It was an interesting week. It's been a pretty tough. Started off with the win, and then it's just been a loss after loss after loss, and that's okay. It's just an average week. We're in drawdown, and we have to come back from it.
Cool. Let's have a look at your dashboard and maybe one of those trades that you talked about.
Sure. So we've got a dashboard now. We are down minus 2%, unfortunately, because I was taking 0.5% risk. And yesterday I decided that I was going to lose control of my emotions. And just giving real honesty here, it was not the best thing to do. I should have just left it in the morning. Unfortunately, we hit a massive, like 3 trades in a row. We're just like lost. And I was just like, no, it's terrible. So then I cut it for the night. And then we're back in it again today.
Okay, it is what it is. I mean, sometimes that happens. So do you want to walk us through like one of the, maybe even what happened with the revenge trading? That could have been, that could be quite interesting.
Sure. So we're actually currently in a trade at the moment. Right now, I've got this in. I've taken some profits. I've got my stops here just above or below break even, so that we can see if it comes back. My expectation is that it's going to continue to go down. That was today's trade. Yesterday, what happened was we got into a trade. This was a fair value gap. I took a loss right over here. I was expecting it to come down to these equal lows down the bottom, and it's a high kind of probability in a way. Then it continued to go higher. What actually happened over here was I saw that there was price action was continuing to go down, and then there was a little fair value gap in price here. I took the trade, and I was expecting again for it to continue going lower and to my 4R. And unfortunately, it came back in and then stopped me out. I didn't actually take anything off that because I wasn't on my charts. Then it continued going lower and then went higher, and it was at this point over here. Well, I think it was over here. I expected that this price right over here, because we'd come through the Hong Kong gaps, I expected that price would respect this. So I actually took an entry on that, and I had that as a sell. And then it literally came up from there 4 pips away. But that would have been a monster trade in a way, because my target's the same every single time. So that would have been my trade down here, and that would have been like a 9R. But unfortunately, we had a couple of pips right there that just continued going, and that's just how it is. Sometimes you just take the L and you have to move on with your life.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying when you get the direction right, but the stop loss just not quite right.
It's just not right.
Minute,
Exactly.
Yeah, on 1 minute it looks worse than it would have done on like anything like an hour. It probably would have like blipped above it and even been more annoying to see. Well, look, mate, thank you very much for trading last week, and good luck for next week. And
Thank you so much.
Get the recap done then. All right.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Cam. Have a lovely week.
What's up, guys? We are here with a recap of this past week's challenge account. Let's jump right into the charts and go review the trades that we took and see where we stand. Okay, so this was a trade. It was actually a really nice trade on Monday. We took this trade on Monday, ended up hitting TP1, closed partials, moved stop loss to break even, and then ended up coming back against us, closing. The runner closed break even, but she went down about 52 pips. Really, really nice trade. We ended up netting here before it turned around, about 55 pips. So we hit, I think, TP1, TP2, closed partials, and then the runner came back to break even. So this brought us back into the positive on Monday, and then we jump in here to Tuesday. We had another trade on gold sells. TP1 hit, we closed 50%, moved stop loss to break even. Then it came back, hit break even on us. On Wednesday, we had another close at TP1, 50% hit stop loss, and then it came back to break even on us. We decided to take a second trade on gold on Wednesday, and this trade hit stops. So this is kind of where things started getting a little destructive. After this trade on Wednesday, then we go on Thursday to trade gold. We hit stop loss. On this trade, we get a second chance trade. On this one, we hit stop loss again. We were 20 pips away before the actual reversal. We were just a little too early on both these trades. If we would have just been a little bit more patient, we could have seen this reversal here, then the complete plummet that melted. So then we decided to trade again on Friday. Friday, honestly, this was a really nice trade, but I made a huge mistake here. So on Friday, this actually played out really nicely. It went a little bit far into drawdown, but it turned around and it hit TP 1, 2, 3. And if I would have continued to hold, it would have netted us some more. But unfortunately, on my MetaTrader, whenever I entered this trade, I set the wrong stop loss for the actual trade on my challenge account. So it stopped me out literally right at the bottom here before it did the actual reversal. It is what it is. It happens sometimes. I think that this really goes to show as an example of paying attention to what you're doing. Friday, we traded a whole full week, and honestly, it shouldn't come this close to your stop loss. Unfortunately, with mine, it stopped me out. On my personal account, it stayed in, and we ended up capitalizing on this move. But unfortunately, the trading account, the challenge account, I hit this loss, even though it was a win for me, and I had these two losses that we took on Thursday, and then the Wednesday second trade loss, right? So it was 1, 2, 3, 4 losses before I ended up just stopping. And to check on the dashboard here, we are actually down right now 2%, 2.12%. Or 2.127%. We've hit a couple of losses. This is the lowest we've ever been down in drawdown. I'm still not concerned, but probably going to have adjustment of, our risk management, and really need to focus on probably just taking one trade and being done, just because the one trade a day really has played out for me nicely. Second trade here on Wednesday. Wednesday we already had a win here, and then we got a little risky and went for a second trade, ended up hitting stops. Here it hit stops on the first one. We should have been done. We hit a second trade, and that's what happens. It kind of hit a string of L's there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust my risk percentage, and we'll continue next week, and we'll keep moving forward. As far as like the dashboard goes, here's the stats. We've 31 trades so far. We're 40 days into this thing. My win rate's down to 64.5 now with those couple of losses that we took. So hopefully we get a nice little correction here for the following week. If you haven't joined, you could still join, and you'll be at a better percentage than us. I'm thinking we're probably going to move down until we get back to break even, probably risk half of my normal risk and just bring it back up to break even, and then we'll go from there. But other than that, much love, and thanks for joining us on the challenge. And we'll be live Tuesday on TradingNut's channel, Tuesday, Wednesday, and this week actually I'm only going to be trading Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday I will not be available, and then we'll take it from there. Much love, and I appreciate the support. I'll see you guys on the next live. Peace.
Alrighty, here is my recap here for the week. Last week I ended down, actually below my initial starting balance, 25K, and this week was fortunately able to get back to kind of where I was last week before. So you can see this week mostly up. A couple of small losers and a break even, but puts me up towards my profit target again, rather than in the max loss category. So super stoked about that. And I was going to show you one of my trades for the week. And this is like a really nothing super exciting trade, but since last week I had a little bit of an issue not necessarily following my rules really well for stop management. So this one I wanted to highlight because I followed my rules and it ended up break even. So the setup was just how I wanted to. Entry, thought maybe right away as it got in and started moving down, that okay, I had a nice little spot on this one for entry, but you can see it just kind of chopped around, didn't quite get to stop. Stop was up here, didn't quite get there, came down again to get down below the 1R level, and then I did move it to stop to break even, and I let it go out instead of changing my mind and instead of kind of going back on my rules to where I would have gotten, you can see, a full 1R loss. So it's not super flashy or anything, but it's a trade that I'm proud of because I follow my rules. So that's all I got for this week. Thanks again, Trading Nut and Blue Guardian, for the opportunity.
So we took some shorts here. No one gave us counter trend, right? Hit the lows, failed to break, and respected. Risked less, so I made about 3% on that. So yeah, risked about 0.3. But what ended up happening is we actually went, basically the amount of trades that we usually take, went over the amount that we should take, right? So basically, during the summer months, you do have the slower markets compared to winter. You got to keep that in mind, right? It's not just about, okay, let me just pass challenges for YouTube or whatever the case may be. It's like I had to really remind myself, like, no, man, you took a good trade, just walk away. You don't gotta counter trend anymore. So I think a lot of the time I got chopped up trying to sell again here, thinking it would go lower, but man, the bigger picture is everything. So I could show you the thing right now, right here. Yeah, so that's the sell that we took, and then we ended up giving some of it back. So pretty much a break-even week. I'm okay with that, but at the same time, I know it would have been way easier to just stick to that setup, relax, and then the next upcoming week, just push back in above initial balance and into profit. So yeah, that was basically the week. I hope you guys have a little takeaway that during the summer months, why do you think the markets are ranging more, less volatility? We have more trends towards the end of the week or start of the week. That's because of institutional traders. You got head traders, investment bankers, they're on vacation running algos. Keep that in mind, and also less is more. Less is more. Still, still on the journey, but yeah, I'm pretty confident we'll be back and way above, right? So peace, and I hope everybody has a great week.
All right, folks, I'm here at Black Bull Markets headquarters in Auckland, New Zealand. You can see this amazing view behind me of Auckland Harbour. Now, talking about views, if you do want to get free TradingView Pro, then all you need to do is trade one lot a month at Black Bull Markets, and they're going to give you free TradingView Pro. So, folks, to find out more, click the link in the description below or the card above.